done. It's happening, guys. How's it going, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with some breaking news for you. It's just literally just landed hot off the press 1 minute ago, my friends. And the news is this. Here we go. Raphael Varane to Manchester United. Agreed? What's going on, guys? How's it going? Hang on a second, let me give you the latest. So Fabrizio Romano just literally tweeted out 2 minutes ago and said Raphael Varane, oh shit, let me turn this down, and said Raphael Varane to Manchester United. Here we go. Agreement almost done between Manchester United and Real Madrid. Just final details to be completed and then paperwork time. It's a matter of hours or days. Here we go. Varane has a total agreement on personal terms too. What is happening, my friends? It's happening. We're going to get him in here anyway. It's absolutely incredible and unbelievable, guys. Raphael Varane is going to be a United player in the next few days, it seems. He's got his heart set on joining Manchester United for the challenge and maybe for a bit more money too. But either way, it's a good deal for all parties. It's understood about 45 to 55 million euros at this stage. We don't have an exact figure in terms of the agreement. But oh my goodness me, smash a thumbs up on the video if you have not done so already. Leave a cheeky little like on it for the news that Raphael Varane is soon to be a United player, barring any last-minute calamities. Let me just read it exactly word for word to everybody who's getting in this live chat right now. Raphael Varane to Manchester United, here we go. Agreement almost done between Man United and Real Madrid. So just final details to be completed and then paperwork time. It's a matter of hours or days. Here we go. Varane has a total agreement on personal terms too. Handshake emoji. Come on, my son, get in there. Oh, yes, Varane tick, Sancho tick, and now a CM question mark. Absolutely need to get one in, don't we? Let's give you all the latest date, guys. So I was going to jump on it. The timing couldn't have been any better for my video here, by the way. Literally, I was about to go live anyway, and then he tweeted out and said, here we go, that the agreement is in place, basically, and that he will be a Manchester United player very, very soon. But before that, we had lots of great sources. The reason I was jumping on is because we had lots of sources to say that, things were moving very, very steadily and quickly in regards to this deal. Romano had tweeted a few hours ago and just said that Varane was at training today and he'll be respectful till his last day at Real Madrid. But his move to United is getting closer and closer, work in progress to complete the agreement between the two clubs. Real are now prepared to sell Varane as he wants. And then literally a few hours later, we've got the here we go. I cannot believe it, guys. I'm absolutely buzzing the boobies off about this one, guys, because I just didn't see it coming so quickly here, guys. We've got a here we go here. This is incredible. I can't believe it, guys. Oh, my goodness me. I'm giddy. Come on. We can see that dream partnership of Slabiel Moran now, can't we? Mr. Slabbington Maguire at the back with Raphael Varane. Could they be the new Rio and Vidic, guys? Could they be the new Rio and Vidic? Okay, let's get into the other stuff we've got to talk about as well. So we're basically on the verge of completing this transfer now. The two clubs on the verge of getting all the final T's and I's dotted and crossed here and etc. Personal terms, we understand, have been agreed anyway with Raphael Varane up until this point previously before this. And Varane has already made arrangements to travel to Manchester in anticipation of a move to United, even though he trained again with Real Madrid. So this is the latest we've got on this too. We have some information to say, actually, that Raphael Varane may need to quarantine for a small period of time. Once he's got into England, that may well be the case. So even if we do sign him up and get him in there and get the medical done, there's a chance that he might not be able to actually train with the lads for a little while. But we're not 100% about that right now, but this is just what's being reported by... I think it was the MEN. But basically, yeah, so guys, this has all come about very, very quickly in the end. We've got Sancho in. That's a big, big plus in the right-wing position. But realistically, the biggest problem area for us was that centre-back spot. We need to improve that because we have basically a Swedish meatball melt there next to Slabbington Maguire, a very slow fridge of a man. And as a combination, it wasn't a very good idea, really. You know, you had the hotness of Victor's meatballs and the coolness of Slabby's fridge, and it wasn't a good combination. You just got some lukewarm mess, basically. What now we want is, you know, we want two people who are ice cool. We want Slabby the fridge, and we want, you know, Varane the ice maker or something at the back. I don't know where I'm getting these from, but whatever. It's all I'm saying is we've got a couple of opportunities to have a couple of cool customers at the back here. Maguire, I think, look, he's much better than Lindelof, with the right partner, we'll see if he can be the man to live up to that £80 million figure and be a world-class centre-back for Manchester United. You look at what he did in the Euros, you look at the season he had, we're definitely a better team with him in it than not. So if you actually combine him with Raphael Varane, and Varane comes here and does what we hope he's going to do, then this could be actually a really fantastic partnership that's being built here, you know? Hey, Romano with a £10 super chat. Thank you so much for getting in here with your thoughts here, Romano. Absolute legend. He says, boom, it's Varane, baby. Tammy who? Tammy who? Who the hell wants Tammy anyway? That is funny. Very, very good point there, man. I mean, look, this is unbelievable. Boom, it is a boom. Let's get those boom emojis in there, guys. Can we get some boom emojis in there? I'm not sure if everybody's really feeling the gravity of this situation, guys. This is Manchester United going after players. Not at the end of the window here, not scrimping and saving and just trying to absolutely maybe even go into the next bloody transfer window. No, this is United showing a little bit of cojones, a little bit of determination, like actual ambition, it seems, to maybe give Solskjær who he needs a bit earlier on so we can start the season well. Now, this doesn't undo the many years of gashness from the Glazers and all their terrible ownership, but I think they've got to do this right now because the PR that they received from the PR nightmare, I should say, that they received from the European Super League debacle is still fresh in the memory. And us United fans hate the Glazers more now than we ever have done. So they've got a PR nightmare on their hands. They know they're going to have to give us what we want this window at the bare minimum, which is improving in all aspects of the team that we need to, and to try and challenge and give Solskjær, the manager, who, in my opinion, has proven himself reasonably well to the point where, you know, he deserves some investment because he's got to, you know, the third of the first season, the second season. Come on, Raphael Varane! He's going to be a Manchester United player, guys, soon, hopefully. He's going to have to do a medical, of course. They're going to have to sign all the paperwork, etc. But this can move pretty quickly now. Right, I'm just going to jump into the live chat, guys, and see what you legends think about it. Do us a big favour. Hit that thumbs up button on the stream if you have not done so. That'll help us out, help us get it out there. Also, give it a cheeky share on social media if you have not done so already. That would be awesome. Peppermint, how you doing there, Peppermint? Says, Varane's so close. I'm so excited. I hope we get Sound and Camavinga as well. What we know about Camavinga right now is that he's more interested in joining La Liga, and that seems to be the case. Stephen Carr says, boom, 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 boom. How you going there, Stephen Carr, you legend? He's loving it with those boom emojis. Good afternoon there, Eddie O2. G-Wolf United with a £2 super chat. Thank you very much, G-Wolf, mate. He says, Ollie, PE teacher, signing world-class players. Oh, well put there, G-Wolf. Fair play to the guy. Jadon Sancho coming in. I mean, think about all the host of clubs that would be interested in signing Jadon. It's Solskjær and United that have got him. And you think about the host of clubs that should be interested in signing Raphael Varane. It doesn't seem like really anybody else was that interested in signing Raphael Varane apart from us for some reason. But you would think that, you know, it's a brilliant couple of signings that he's made here this window so far, Solskjær. And obviously we've having to pay a decent bit of money for them. Sancho was 73 million. This guy's reportedly around about 50 million euros. But it's basically the perfect storm. I think it's the perfect storm. Raphael Varane wants a new challenge. He's 28. This is what I like about this deal as well. Okay, he might be getting a bit more money at United. That's fair enough. You know, you can't get away from that. Maybe he's moving for the money. You can't get away from that. But if you really just wanted the money, he'd go to China or something and play in China. He obviously wants the challenge of playing in the Premier League and being, you know, in a title challenge in the Premier League and playing for a top club like Manchester United. Manchester United's a huge club. It's an absolutely huge club. Thank you so much, G-Wolf United, for that £2 super chat there, dude. Simon Cowie says, the fear is real. The Ollie Outers and our rivals are angry. Man United are on the rise. I know, yeah, what is it? What is it with these Ollie Out brigade, man? It's like they want to see us fail in the window and see us not be able to get these guys in. I mean, you have to say, you know, there's no problem with Solskjær being able to attract these top players and get these top players in. He's actually done a really good job of signing the great players like Bruno Fernandes and these couple of guys that we've got in these windows. These are not small name players. These are huge marquee signings. So the fact that, you know, they're buying into what we're doing here as well, and you know, the ambition that we've got as a football club and as a coaching staff and everything, it's brilliant. Stephen Carr with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Stephen. He says, I'm officially getting giddy pig. Let's go. Come on, my son. Let's get a hashtag. He's coming home. He's coming home. He's coming. Raphael's coming home. We've got a Ninja Turtle coming, baby. Get in there. Master Splinter Ole Gunnar Solskjær overseeing things like a boss. Thank you very much, Stephen Carr. I appreciate it, dude. Okay, then. So, yeah, over the moon about it. Let me give you all the rest of the information. Hey there, Nigel. How you going? So the rest of the information as it breaks, I'm sure we'll have some more information coming in here. Yes, absolutely sensational stuff. Just buzzing about Raphael Varane. It seems to be the case that it's happening in the next few days. If you listen to what Romano has said there, he said it's a matter of hours or days. So this isn't going to be a long drawn out thing by all accounts here. You know, we were worried that it may drag on until the end of the window so United can squeeze that deal down, but it's the perfect storm. They need to get rid of him because he wants to move away. He wants a new challenge, and they need to cash in before he's eligible to just leave or sign terms with a new club in January and then leave next summer. So they have to cash in, really. Unless they're going to sign him up to a new big deal, which it seems like they can't right now for whatever reason, or Varane's just not interested in staying. That seems to be a factor as well. He's coming to United, guys. It's absolutely amazing. I'm over the moon. We've got ourselves a 28-year-old Rolls Royce of a defender, guys. Or a French equivalent. What's a French equivalent of a Rolls Royce? There isn't one. There just isn't one, is there? Citroen? No. Anyway, yeah. It's just French cars are crap, aren't they? Anyway, I'm just saying, let's not compare him to a French vehicle. Let's just say that he's an absolute Rolls Royce of a defender, and he should come in and do a great job. He's talking about somebody who's won many titles at Real Madrid, multiple Champions League, World Cup with France. He's in his prime, 28 years of age. I mean, it doesn't get much sweeter of a signing for United right now for what we need and who's available to us. You could go and get a couple of younger centre-backs in there. You know, we were talking about Jules Koundé. We're talking about a few people earlier on, you know, Konate before he went to the Scummers, obviously, and there's been a bunch of centre-backs linked to us over the last year. But I genuinely believe this is probably the best one available to us because he's the most experienced. He's also just seems like the sort of player that could really complement slabbing to Maguire very well with his really good building. He's good in the air and he's also quick as fuck. So you combine that with Slabial, who's great in the air, great on the ball, great passing the ball, but slow as fuck. That should give you a little bit of a yin and yang at the back there, you know. So it's just I'm over the moon. And let me give you all the other information that we had before that broke, because I was coming on here to give you all the latest, and then suddenly there's a here we go situation from Fabrizio Romano. I'm flabbergasted. I'm actually just, somebody pinch me. I'm absolutely just can't even believe it. I'm still very, very tired. I feel like I'm dreaming right now. So he's made arrangements to travel to Manchester United anyway, even though he trained with Madrid. United held very positive discussions in the latest round of negotiations yesterday, which is obviously today, which has caused this information to come out now that the agreement is basically done. Varane may have to quarantine before he's able to start training at United. United have been working on a £50 million deal for Varane. We've got some info to say it's between 45 and 55 million euros. But of course, we have to wait on an official figure or some more information there. But it's very, very fast moving. Obviously, agreed terms with Raphael Varane. That's all done and dusted. So, yeah, I mean, Varane's just about, in terms of like, the partnership with Maguire, I think it is a perfect signing for us. I think we need to do some other things in those positions to get rid of some players because we do have a lot of deadwood at the club now, and we just added another centre-back to it. We don't need all these centre-backs we've got at the club. We have Eric Bailly, we have Dwindoloff, we have, of course, Phil No Bones Jones, Twanzebe, Mengi. You know, there's a lot of centre-back options there, guys, and it seems like we've got too many, so someone's got to go. Phil Jones, it's time to go! We do actually have some information here as well. A report come out today on 90 Min that says that United prepared to let Phil Jones leave on a free transfer. Manchester United are ready to facilitate a move for Phil Jones on a free. You what, mate? It's like all my Christmases have come at once. I don't know if I'm awake or not, guys, but Raphael Varane is coming, and maybe Phil Jones is leaving on a fucking free. Imagine if that just happened in the next couple of days. I think it would be amazing. I think it would be amazing. Okay, so lots of positive discussions, guys. All different various outlets reporting this now. Manchester Evening News. You've got Romano, all the various reputable journalists coming here. Simon Stoney obviously saying, there's more positive discussions with Varane. Everything's looking positive. We have some breaking news here, according to a good source in France here, that United are now very close to a deal with Real Madrid for Raphael Varane, around about 45 million euros to 50 million euros mark. The English club are so confident to announce the transfer this week. Come on, get in there. Raphael Varane is coming to Old Trafford and it's going to be in the next week, potentially, guys. Unbelievable. Report earlier as well said that United have accelerated their pursuit of Raphael Varane so the player can move to United, if not today, then later this week. Oh my goodness me. Sorry, I'm a little bit carried away here, guys. I just wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting this at all. I'm just trying to give you all the information I've got before I get back into the live chat. Marca over in Spain are reporting that the Varane deal is close at 45 million euros. So that's what they're reporting. That seems very cheap to me. I mean, we kind of have them bent over a barrel. If Varane's like, nah, sorry, boys, I love you, but when leaving, I don't want to sign a new deal. I'll be leaving on a free unless you let me go this summer, boys. Sorry. Then what can they really do? They kind of have to accept the best offer they can get, really. And if the best offer they can get is 45 million euros, that's better than nothing. And better than having a one-away player in the team as well. So if that is the figure, I'm not saying that is the figure right now, but this is what Marca over in Spain report. We all know they're a bit of a bag of shite. But they are reporting that figure. Let's just say it's 50 million euros. It seems like a very, very good deal for United here. Because this guy isn't a 35-year-old Cavani or a 17-year-old youngster. He's in his prime. He's 28. For the next 5 years, this guy should be an absolute rock at the back for United. So it's just absolutely sensational. Hey, there's 100 of you legends here right now. Thanks for joining us today for the breaking news here that Raphael Varane is soon to be a United player. Here we go, announced by Fabrizio Romano just now. Do us a favour, everybody. Hit that thumbs up on the video. Let's see if we can get 100 likes on the stream as well. Give it a share on social media if you can. That will really help us out to help it get it out there and help us compete with some of the clickbait merchants. So, yeah. Thank you very much for joining. Have your say. Get involved. I want to hear from you guys. Wherever you're watching from the world, tell me what your thoughts and opinions are about this deal. 100% agreement could come this week. I'm loving all these. We've got all these new sources coming in to us just now. Everybody reporting things. Thank you to Matty Romano as well for giving me constant updates about these deals and things. But look, everybody's reporting this deal is basically done, guys. Also, Fabrizio, what's this? Fabrizio Romano has said Raphael Varane wants to join Man United because of Solskjær, the Premier League, and playing at a top European club. Oh, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Ole Gunnar Solskjær with his little baby face attracting the big boys to the football club because of his management style, because of his friendly face, because of his nice nature, his babyface assassin instincts. Because of his, what he's done with the players at the squad now. If you look at the camaraderie, the team spirit, the way that some of these players have developed under Solskjær, it's actually pretty brilliant. So I do think, I was saying this the other day in one of my videos, I do think that as far as from the outside looking in, I think Solskjær's made it about as an attractive as a proposition as it can be to play for Manchester United right now, because there seems to be a really good vibe. They're all nice people there. All the players seem like a nice bunch. And there's just a good team spirit and youthful exuberance about them, you know. So I think there's a really good, attractive proposition there now because of Solskjær. Whereas, you know, when Mourinho is there, it's like 50% of players probably could be turned off by Mourinho's management style and sort of be less inclined to sign for him. 50% will love it, but he's very Marmite, is Jose Mourinho, isn't he? He's very Marmite. You either love him or you fucking hate him. Right, okay, let's get in the live comments back in there for a little bit now. And see what you legends have got to say. Gary Bennett says, who else would you like to see join after Varane? Gary Bennett, great question. I mean, I would love to see Camavinga sign, but I don't think that's realistic now necessarily because it seems like he wants to go to La Liga. But I would still love to see him come. That's still possible. If not him, I mean, I've been a big fan of Saul Niguez over at Atletico Madrid. I think he's a very, very good accomplished midfielder. He's 26 years of age. He's been playing in a defensive system for a while there. He's a great pass master as well. He's just a very good, robust sort of midfielder. And he's been doing a great job for Simeone for a while. And we could go and get him. And he's in his prime as well, coming into the prime years at 26. We've got a lot of youth players at United. I actually think it's quite important to have a good blend and a good mixture and, just have that ability to have that right balance in the squad rather than just. Has that been stuck up the whole time there? That shouldn't. That shouldn't be there the whole. Oh, okay, sorry, my bad. That's just been stuck there the whole time. Get down there, get down there. Sorry guys, that shouldn't have been there. Anyway. Simon Cowie, he says, we won't be going for Harden next season and we won't be leaving until then, and Marcio is supposed to be part of the deal. That could happen. I could see that happening. I could see it happening. If Haaland doesn't go anywhere this summer, I could see Manchester United's big summer transfer signing next summer being that guy. If we maybe did something with Martial there, it's possible. Star-Lord says, Piggy, it's Red Panty Day. Oh, it's Red Panty Night. Break out the red panties. Ole Gunnar Solskjær's made us rich, baby. It's Red Panty Night. We got Raphael Varane coming. Sir Greenwood, hello. He says, Mr. Piggy, just wake up, mate. How are you? I'm buzzing, dude. I'm buzzing. I'm very happy with the news that Raphael Varane is soon to be a United player. Look, like we always say on this channel, things can happen to stop this from actually going through 100%. But chances are now at this stage, when you've got very, very reputable sources saying that the deal is done, the chances are now that it will be wrapped up in the next few days. So you can't really be anything other than absolutely over the moon about this, because we've been crying out for a top-class centre-back since Rio and Vidic left, and I'm not even joking there. We have tried to sign top-class centre-backs. Not like we haven't tried. We just haven't really been able to sign one. I mean, Maguire's the closest we've come with an £80 million slab. But, you know, we've had a bunch of signers over the years that have come and gone, or people that were here before that have come that have had to go, Smalling, Johnny Evans, and these guys that are good, but just not great. And then there's all these hangers-on, like, you know, like Mr. Phil No Bones Jones, on Rojo's obviously had to go. And there's a lot of deadwood that Ollie's had to get out in order for us to bring new people in, and there's still more deadwood that we have to get out. Varane is home, mate. Sir Greenwood, mate, listen, it's not 100% done, but listen, it's 99% done now, mate. Listen, let me give you, for anybody's just getting in here, this is the latest from Fabi Romano, just about, you know, about 20 minutes ago. He's tweeted on, and he's tweeted out, and he's just said, Raphael Varane to Manchester United, here we go. Agreement almost done between Man United and Real Madrid, just the final details to be completed, and then paperwork time. It's a matter of hours or days. Here we go. Varane has a total agreement on personal terms too. So the deal is agreed with Raphael Varane for the contract at United. The signing on fee, all that, the agent fee, that's all done and agreed. You know, everybody's happy there. The club, here we go. We just understand that they basically agreed a deal, but there's just a few final little, you know, whatever it may be, clauses, stipulations. I don't know. There's sometimes some issues here. You know, you have to wrap up your image right things or whatever it may be. You know, you have to just tick them off the list, make sure that they're all been dealt with, and the transfer, you know, is all done. So, can't believe it, guys, but Raphael Varane is soon to be a Manchester United player. I'm just absolutely over the moon about it, and just think that this is the perfect signing for our club right now. Because, like I say, we've been crying out since those days to get that top centre-back, and we haven't been able to achieve it. We might have spent 29 million on Victor Dwindloff, and 80 million on Slabby, and we bought Eric Bailly in, Mr. Paper Knees. And we also bought in, you know, we bought in a bunch of centre-backs, but none of them have worked out very well at all. This is an opportunity, I think, for us to get a Rolls-Royce of a centre-back who's won everything, been a great leader, been a great player for France over the years, and, of course, for Real Madrid, winning absolutely everything there is multiple times. So the guy's a machine, and we're going to get him in his prime at 28. The Varane-onator. Come on. Oh, it's Zayn Miassi with a $14.99 super chat coming in hot. How's it going there, Zayn Miassi? Thank you for getting in there. Can we just get a little cheeky little LOL Arsenal? Have fun with your bang average unknown players that you signed this summer. And your Chelsea rejects. Zayn Miassi, he says, with a $14.99 super chat, thank you very much, Zayn. Hope you're having a good day, mate. He says, Varane will provide good training for our attackers. As Maguire and the Iceman were too easy. Zayn Miassi, that is a good one. I like it. Fair play to you. Yeah, well, you're right. Unfortunately, you're actually right. Maguire and the Iceman were a little bit too easy, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm not going to lie. I forgot it was called the Iceman. That's the perfect cool duo in that case. You know what I mean? You got the Fridge and the Iceman. Sabo, how's it going there, Sabo? Good to see you back in here. And also David Johnson, he says, hey Piggy, what will be an acceptable season now? Okay, so this is my thoughts on it, guys. If you're running Gunnar Solskjær and you have just got all the players that you want, he hasn't actually got that yet, but let's say we do get a midfielder as well, and he's got all of the players that he wants, his goal should be to challenge for all things, really, because we have a bit of squad depth then, we have a bit of quality. All of a sudden, you've added Sancho, which just gives us great depth in all those forward positions. You also added Varane, which gives us great depth in those defensive positions and improves our starting 11, both of these signings as well, which is huge. And if you do the same with the midfield and maybe get a starting central defensive midfielder, somebody to come in and say, you know what, Fred and Matic, sit down. you're not as good as me, sir, at this whole defensive midfield lark, then I think that, yeah, he should have no excuse but to really challenge for the title. And does that mean win the title? If he doesn't win the title, he should be sacked? No, it doesn't. It just means challenge for the title. There's still going to be a couple of other really good teams this season who are improving and who will be challenging for the title and who are further along, have had more time. Kloppy and Pep and these guys, they've had a lot longer at their clubs to build their teams and get them to where they want to be. So Solskjaer's going to have his work cut out for him if he's going to bring the glory days back to United and win that Premier League. But he's going to have the best chance now with a great squad that's capable of doing so. So it is on him to perform and get us up there. I mean, if we don't challenge for the title, we don't keep pace with the leaders, at least, then it's going to be a failure of a season for him, really. He can't finish 5th with this team. He can't even finish 4th with this team. You've got to challenge. Of course, you've got to challenge for it now. We want the glory days back at United. We've been waiting and waiting for that to happen. We've made some allowances the last few years. Our expectations have got lower and lower as a fan base because we realise, it's actually just good for us at this moment in time with the shitty Glazers holding us back to get top 4. I mean, that shouldn't be the case at United. We shouldn't be accepting second best. We shouldn't be accepting anything other than challenging for titles. I think we've lost our way a little bit. And it's no fault of our own. It's the fault of our bastard owners. So, yeah, it'd be nice to see us getting back there. But he's got his work cut out for him, I must say. But an acceptable season, in my opinion, would be for us to challenge for the title and maybe win a trophy. We've got to win a trophy, guys. Solskjaer's got a great squad now with these guys coming in. We spent a lot of money. He's had a couple of seasons now, full seasons. There's not really any excuses for us to not go and kick on now and reach that next level where we are actually challenging for all things and winning trophies and being a successful team. It's one thing getting to semi-finals of Europa Leagues and finals of Europa Leagues and bottoming them. You have to actually win these games. You've got to win these trophies, and United should be a club that's winning trophies regularly. What's going on there, Travis? How you going? He's just getting in here. How you going there, dude? Mikey Super Chat. I missed a Super Chat from Mikey, did I? Oh, I'm so sorry. Mad Animal Mikey. Mad Animal Mikey with a £2 Super Chat. Thank you very much, Mad Animal Mikey. How you going there, Mad Animal? Yes, mate. He says, I'm pumped. Sancho, Varane, who's next? A few candidates. I mean, look, okay, I'm going to make a little poll in the live chat, guys, right now, because, look, we've got the Varane deal basically wrapped up here. Hey, we've got over 100 likes on the stream. You guys are as buzzing as I am. Come on! Get in there. That's big. Thank you very much. Hey, if you're new to the channel, guys, hit the subscribe button if you're new. We do these daily streams. We give you all the latest breaking news in regards to United in a no bullshit, no clickbait way. So do us a favour and hit that subscribe if it's your first time here. Everybody's welcome aboard the Bacon Express. Get in here. Get involved in the live chat. And I'll read as many comments out as we can go as we go along as well. Right, okay, I'm just going to ask you this, guys, because we know what's going on with the centre-back position. Which midfielder, I'm just going to put midfielder because, some people would define a CDM or a CM, maybe you want different. But I'm just going to say, which midfielder would you like to see come in? Would you like United to sign? So let's just say, and I'm not sure if there is going to be money left for Manchester United in this window after this, because that's a lot of money we're spending here. Potentially 50 million euros here. Let's just say it's 50 million pounds. I don't think it is that much from what we're hearing, but let's just say it's 50 million pounds. Let's just say it's 40 million pounds. That is a significant amount of money right there. It's 113 million pounds on just Sancho and Varane. And that's a lot of money, guys. But it does mean that there should be a little bit of money left over. We have a report here earlier on as well from Mr. Pilger that basically said that, Manchester United, if they are to spend more after the signing of Varane and Sancho, then it's likely we'd have to sell players in order to do so. So that doesn't surprise me. There's a few players that we can easily sell that are just sort of hangers on and don't really, I'm just thinking of people like Lingard, Andreas Pereira, Phil Jones, he's unsaleable, unfortunately. You're going to have to free transfer that prick. He's unsaleable. Nobody wants him. Nobody wants a Kerner in their team on huge money. Okay, so, yeah, oh, hang on. That's what I was doing. I got distracted there. So that's what I was doing. Let me just ask you this. So which midfielder would you like United to sign? Get your picks in there, but I'm just going to... Right, so there's Declan Rice over at West Ham. There's Camavinga, who would be available from Stade Rennes for a cheap amount. He's got not long left on a contract there, although it's understood he wants to leave to maybe go to a different league other than the Premier League. Rice, Camavinga. You've also got Saul. I'll put Saul in there. Let's just say Ruben Neves. I'll go with Ruben Neves. You know why? Because I really like Ruben Neves, and I'd like us to sign Ruben Neves. You know, that's my thoughts. Nobody else is that realistic, really. Rice is realistic because of the Lingard thing. Camavinga's realistic because he's leaving Stade Rennes for bigger passes, bigger things, bigger places. And Manchester United's interested. Saul, I guess you could see, you know, Atletico Madrid have some financial issues at the moment. If a good enough offer went in for Saul, maybe you could just pinch them off of him. And Neves, you know, it's a bit out there, but there you go. So I'm just going to ask the community here, guys. Let me know in the live chat. The poll should pop up. Please do have your say and vote in the poll. And let me know which midfielder you'd like United to sign now after we sign Varane and Sancho. You know what? That should have been on the list as well, Shazad. And unfortunately, only get 4 slots. But yeah, Calvin Phillips, I think, had a great Euros. He had a good season for Leeds as well. Seems like a nice lad. The Yorkshire Perlo and all that. I mean, hey, look, I actually would really be interested in signing that guy. I think he's a great workhorse. I think he's the right sort of mentality player. And I think personality-wise, he fits into this team like an absolute perler. Like, he would just fit into this bunch of lads perfectly. So I actually think that would be a very, very good signing if United signed Calvin Phillips, to be fair. Berber, thank you very much. He says, smash a like and subscribe. You the man. Right, guys, get your thoughts. And we have got a couple of other bits of information, and there may be some more breaking stuff as we go. But do get your thoughts and opinions in. I want to hear from you. Sal, make him the midfielder he is, says Peppermint. Yeah, I think he's a great talent. Plus, what I like about him, he's just at the right period of his career. He's done that development period. He's at 26 now, 26 years of age. The next 5 years are going to be the best years of his career as a midfielder. Now he's got that experience. He's got that game time, just that ability from playing in a top team for years and years and years. You can't really buy that. You know, all young players have got talent when you get to the top level here, and you're a 19, 20-year-old player. That's fine. Camavinga's 18. He would be a good addition, but he's not going to be somebody who's as experienced or as cool or as collected, I don't think, as a Saul, unless he is truly one of the best players of his generation. Because Saul is just right there, having been developed for many years now, right, coming into the period of his best period of his career. Charlie MUFC 1965, the Saint, says Saul 45 million, mate. I mean, look, 45 million quid sounds like a perfect amount of money to spend on Saul. And because of Atletico Madrid's current financial situation, it may well be possible. There's also another player at Atletico Madrid that United are linked to, which I'm not too bothered about if we go and get, to be fair, because we've got Wan-Bissaka there. But Kieran Trippier at Atletico Madrid obviously is another player that's on the potential list for players that they might be selling. Oh, nice, Madam and Mikey. MUFC's finalising plans for a new fan advisory board and an expanded fans forum following constructive dialogue with fan representatives of the Manchester United Supporters Trust. Nice, mate. Well, this is it. This is what I'm saying about the PR machine at United going hard right now. The European Super League debacle really did do a lot of bad for them, didn't it, in terms of the how the fan base viewed them. And let's face it, we thought they were vermin before that. So they're right at rock bottom. So they're going to do things like this. You're going to see them invest in facilities, and you know, of course, they're going to basically just dress everything up right now. They're dressing everything up. There's probably some horrible financial things going on behind the scenes we don't even know about. Probably getting us in bloody more debt or something for all we know. But the fact that I'm saying it, you know, that at least they aren't doing it is good, because they have to. That's the only reason, because they have to. Imagine if they have another window like last season. Come the end of the window, the fan base would be outside Woody's house with pitchforks again. You know, like they had to do something. So I think a big window here to show the fan base, hey, you know what? We might be absolute mercenary scum, and we might have bought your club with debt money and run it into the ground for 16 years. But you know what? We're going to stop doing that now. We're actually going to give you what you want as a fan base. We're going to improve every aspect of the club, not just on the pitch, but off it too. And we're also going to invest heavily in all areas and invest in the team. And look, go for the long-term plan. I mean, they're giving Solskjær a new contract. I think that's just symbolic more than anything, because if he has a bad start to the season, if come January we're in 10th, he's getting sacked. Doesn't matter if he's got a new contract or not, but it's just like a symbolic thing right now for PR to say, look, this is the project. We're investing in this. Get behind it. Solskjaer's the man. We're signing and invested in players to give Solskjaer what he needs. And we're going for it. We're going for it. We're going to give you Tom Brady. You know, like they did over in America to their team, whatever, with the Buccaneers, or I don't even know, Patriots, one of those twats. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Anyway, one of those teams. Yeah, so exactly that's what they need to do. Give us who we want, and the fan base will be appeased to a degree. We'll never be happy about the way that they bought the club. We'll never be happy about what they've done to the club up to this point, and the fact that they tried to sell us down the river in the Europa League debacle. And we'll never be happy with that. But if they do, at least from this moment on, run the club how, you know, most ambitious owners should. And as far as Manchester United's owners, they should be some of the most ambitious owners in football. You should be looking at winning stuff every single season and investing to do so. You can't be you have to keep up with the Joneses, unfortunately. And the Joneses right now, I'm not talking about Phil Jones. It's easy to keep up with him. I'm not talking about Phil Jones. I'm talking about City and Liverpool and Chelsea and City in particular, because they seem to have a lot of the spending power because of their owners. Well, we shouldn't be shackled by our owners so much in the transfer window, and we all know that. And I think they know that we know that they know now. So they're trying to, you know, right some wrongs here. But they've got a long way to go. They've got a long way to go. They're absolute scum. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget. In fact, this is a great opportunity for me to say, let's get those hashtag Glazers out in the live chat. Let's get some green and gold emojis flowing throughout the live chat too as well. Spam that green and gold, because don't let this paper over the cracks. This is just window dressing, as I say again. You know, there's roofs leaking at Old Trafford. There's rust. I know they have started to improvements at Old Trafford, and it's a long time coming. But there's a long way to go, and it's not just the front window dressing that I'm interested in. It's everything behind the club as well. And I just think we've got very, very sinister people in charge at the top. Maybe that's a bit of an extreme word, but people who would sell our whole history down the river for a £6 billion deal or whatever it was for that European Super League. I mean, I still find that disgusting. I will never forgive them for that. I can forgive them maybe for buying the club with debt as businessmen and servicing that debt and paying it off with a huge Goliath club like United. And then one day, once that debt's paid off, hopefully investing more and more and more in the club. I could forgive them for that, but I cannot forgive them with them just trying to undo our history, just delete our history. Fuck those guys. Hey, thank you. Oh, Gung Shilioni with a super chat here. Thank you very much, Gung Shilioni. You're a legend. Really appreciate that. And also thank you very much to somebody who just subscribed. I'm not sure who it is because my alerts aren't working, but thanks for subscribing. If you're new, hit the subscribe. Gungshi with a 490 NT super chat here. It was Robin Samuel. Thank you, Robin Samuel, for subscribing to the channel. If you're new, hit the subscribe. Gungshi says, hey, Pig and Baker Brigade brothers and sisters. Nice to have some good news. I just got back from a trip to the emergency room after falling and cracking my head on the floor. Oh, no. Gungshi, I was bleeding like a stuck pig. Oh, fucking hell, Gungshi. That sounds really bad. Are you okay now, Gungshi? Shit. You slipped and cracked your head on the floor. Shit, Gungshi. Guys, we need to get some love hearts in there for Gungshi. He's an absolute legend of this channel. I'm so sorry. I'm horrified to hear that, Gungshi, mate. I hope you're okay, mate. Well, just the fact that you're on here typing lets me know that at least you're there still mentally. You know what I'm saying? You may have a big gash on your head, but at least you're still there up there in the brain department, mate. You know what I'm saying? Holy shit, Gungshi. Thank you very much for the super chat. That is really bad news. I hope you get on the, mend up really quickly, Gungshi. That's awful, mate. Holy crap. Oh, you bounced on your trampoline and shouted, here we go, Asha Katana. Well, that's what Gungshi did, and look what happened to him. Be careful, Asha Katana. Gungshi cracked his bloody head open jumping on a trampoline. Too early? Too soon, Gungshi? I'm sorry. Anyway, Peppermint says, get well soon. Absolutely, guys. Get those love hearts in there for Mr. Gungshi. Right. Okay, guys, we've got some more information to get into. Ollie in with those green and gold love hearts as well. Thank you for that. So, Raphael Varane wants to join MUFC for various reasons. He wants the Premier League challenge. He wants to play for Solskjær. And he also wants to play for a top European club. I mean, he cannot get away from the fact that United are just that. You know, we had Zayn Miassi coming in here saying, various things about players they're going to sign. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but even United, with the situation with the Glazers and the owners and how things have been over the last few years, the fact we haven't actually won anything since, 2017 under Jose, and even before that, we haven't won a Premier League since 13. So you factor all that in, it's not as attractive a proposition to play for us as it once was when Fergie was here, but it's still a heck of a lot more of an attractive proposition than playing for someone like Arsenal. Because that just goes to show you the two gulfs in the teams right now. United still are capable of signing players like Sancho and Varane. I just don't see Arsenal pulling off a player or anything like that. Well, I can see them putting off a player, but I can't see them putting off a signing because I don't think that they're able to do so. They don't have the all the necessary requirements that the top players need right now. So I just wanted to mention that just to have another little dig at Arsenal, basically. Get in there, my son. I fucking love it. Get in there. Hold on a second. I got to show you this real quick. I absolutely love it. Thank you very much for everybody who's getting in here, by the way. This is very fun. I just need to show you this real quickly, guys. Just give me one moment. I just want to show you something very, very quickly. It's going to be worth it, guys. It's going to be worth it. Where is it? I think I've lost it. It's going to be worth it, guys. Give me a second. We'll figure this out. Save it as a JPEG. There you go. That should work. Right. This is going to be so anticlimactic now. Hang on a second. Right. Okay. Ready? Ready? I just want to show you this, guys. This is for all the Ollie outers. Get in there, my son. Come on. Come on, my son. Get in there. All the Ollie outers, we just signed up. We're basically signing up some Galacticos under Ole Gunnar Solskjær. You know what I'm saying? We're signing up some fucking Galacticos under Ollie. Yeah? Galacticos. Galactico Alley, mate. We're signing up some serious Galacticos right now, dudes. Anyway, Dizzy Red Devil says, love it. Yes, I know. Get in there, motivation. Let's get those dabs on like your name was Edinson Cavani. Release one of those, fucking one of those, mate, you know? Who's next, says Madam Mikey. Crikey, man. Hopefully we get Sal. That's who I want to get in. But look, let's see how your poll's going, guys, in the live chat. Let's just take a little cheeky little look. I need to credit that person, by the way, who tweeted this. United Defence on Twitter. At UTD Defence, fair play to them. That was the Solskjær tweet there. So that I didn't make that, by the way. That was to credit where I got that from. That was UTD Defence. Get in. So the poll so far reads like this, guys. It's very close, actually, very, very close. So it seems like a lot of the fan base. We'd just be happy to get somebody in midfield, wouldn't we? But Declan Rice is in that list on 27% right now, which is quite a high percentage of the fan base want Declan Rice. What I like about Declan Rice is you see all those players in that poll. We've got Rice, Camavinga, Salah, and Neves. The thing that I really do like about Rice is he is an out-and-out defensive midfielder. You know, that is what he does. He's a defensive-minded midfielder. Whereas the other three, Neves, Salah, and Camavinga, you know, they may absolutely be able to defend. They do play in, you know, deeper midfield positions for their teams and stuff. But they're also not truly defensive midfielders. You know, they may play in a defensive system, or, you know, certainly Saul and in a deep, you know, can play basically a central midfielder. So yeah, so that's what I like about Rice, because he is a proper defensive midfielder. He might not be as good as some of the other guys technically and whatnot, but he is a defender. He is a defender, and that's kind of important, and that could kind of maybe free up some of the other players. Plus, the Rice deal is semi-realistic because with the Jesse Lingard deal that we got there, we have a little bargaining chip there. It's not the biggest or the best bargaining chip, but they know what sort of a performance he had for them last season, and I'm sure they would want a little bit of that action again this season. If the offer was there from Manchester United to include Jay Lings in the deal, and it kills two birds with one stone, getting him off of our books there and getting Rice in that position. Fergie's son, how's it going, mate? Hope you're doing well, mate. Great to see you back in here, Fergie's son. Yes, are you buzzing over this one, Fergie's son? This is a couple of signings that Fergie would be proud of, isn't it? These feel like Fergie signings. This is like going back into the day. This to the good old days, these signings. And there's a big difference, right? These are in fact, you know what? I'm going to say this right now. Yeah, I've said it. These are the first couple of signings that really are like proper world-class signings, in my opinion, for a while. Now, Maguire, I say what you want about him. Yeah, no, even though it's 80 million, you know, it's like we're paying a premium for somebody. He's like he's taken a step up to our level from Leicester. He's not already at a supreme world-class level and coming to us. He's taken a step up from Leicester there at the time, especially. They've obviously improved a bit since then, but at the time especially. Bruno Fernandes, same deal with him. even though he's a ridiculously quality world-class player, he's still taking a step up to Manchester United from Sporting. Whereas, you have to say that Varane is coming from one of the best clubs in the world, one of the most successful clubs in Spain. He's won everything, multiple Champions Leagues there. It's still a great place and a great platform to play your football and win trophies. So, this, and Sancho as well. I mean, that is potentially one of the best players of his generation there, signing him up at 21. These are Fergie-esque signings. I'm just going to say that right now. Jose came in. He might have signed some big names, but they weren't Fergie-esque signings. Fergie wouldn't have got Alexis Sanchez in like that and paid him $500K a week, I don't think. Actually, I mean, maybe he would have done. We did get RVP in, but I suppose at the time as well, you thought Sanchez was going to do great things. But even so. Right. Yeah, 007 says the Super League's mistakes paying off. Yeah, well, in a way, that's it. They've got guilt and they've got a lot of PR to sort out here. So it makes a lot of sense. You're right. For us, it helps us, the fact that they did that, simply because now they have to do it because the fan base wants their guts for garters, man. And unless they do actually appease us by going out there and signing the players we need, that's what will happen at the end of this transfer window. So they know that. They know this is the time for them to work a PR storm and try and get everybody on board. It's not going to fool me, and it shouldn't fool you. I'm not going to be going out buying the Varane shirt or the Sancho shirt. I've got over this, guys. I don't agree with anything they stand for, having bought the club with debt and continuing to service that debt and keep us in millions, hundreds of millions of pounds worth of debt to this day. I don't agree with any of it, all whilst not improving our stadium or facilities over that period of time. They are complete parasites, really. And people go on and they spend 1.4 billion on transfers. Yeah, but did they, though? They recouped a lot of that over that period. They may have spent a shitload of money, but we bought Lukaku for 75, sold him for 70. We bought Di Maria for 56, sold him for 49 or whatever. There's a lot of deals there where we have recouped a lot of money over the years. Schneiderlin, we bought him in for 20, we sold him for this, this and that. It's not a true net spend anyway. So they've got a lot of work to do to get the fans back on board. Hey, we got 150 likes on the stream. That is awesome, guys. Let's get to 200 on this one. This is big news. This is buzzing news. Smash the thumbs up button if you're joining us. It's free to do so. And also twat that subscribe button as well, because that's free to do so too. Pig, make your own Sancho and Varane shirt. There you go. I will do, mate. I've already got my own Sancho and Varane shirt. Actually, I've got a cheeky little Sancho shirt. I'll pin it up to the live chat in a bit, actually. But anyway, it's now Operation Cease McFred. Exactly. McTominay and Fred, say what about them. They're just not as good as we need. I want to see us get a proper central midfielder, and that's why we put that poll up there. I'd be happy with any of them. If United said we've signed Camavinga, I'll be buzzing. If United said we've signed Ruben Neves, I'll be absolutely over the moon. Same goes for Rice, even though he's the one on that list that I probably don't want as much as the others. He still would be a very good signing for us. And like I said, in some ways, that's what we need, because he is at least an out-and-out defender, defensive midfielder. So, yeah. Numero uno, he says, we need a midfielder who can hold and push the ball forward, not backward. Yep, very fair point there, numero uno, yeah. I mean, we have got a very Louis van Gaal, slabby-esque, crabby style with the players we've got. People like Matic and Fred, although they are good defensively and they can win the ball back, and I actually think Matic's passing is kind of underrated, I will say that. But they're not known for being, especially Fred, they're not known for being great pass masters. Whereas like somebody like Saul or Ruben Neves, you look at those guys, they are very comfortable on the ball. They fit more of the deep line playmaker role, And you look at somebody like, I don't know, Michael Carrick. That's the sort of guy that I think of that United could do. It doesn't have to be a true out-and-out, super-duper physical beast defensive midfielder. As long as they've got a really good magic wand of a foot and can distribute the ball great and are cool on it and always do the right thing. Fred panics a lot when he's on the ball sometimes, and he's closed down, and he does panic and give the ball away sometimes. He's great at winning it back. He's a terrier. I think he's underrated, but he's also not as good as what we need. Owen Malambo says, this will be the fastest transfer by our club. What do you think of a back three? Maguire, Varane, and Lindelof. Maybe we can stop using McFred from Zambia. Hey, shout out to you, Owen from Zambia, mate, again. Yeah, I mean, yes, sometimes Solskjær will use a system like that based on the last couple of seasons. Anytime we've gone up against one of the big boys like City, often he will revert to the three at the back system because, that's what we need to do to get a result and play a bit more defensively and on the counter. We did it against PSG to really good effect as well in the Parc des Punks. So, yeah, I mean, I don't like the idea of Lindelof in it, I'll be totally honest with you, because I just don't think he's quite cut out to be a United player. I don't like him defensively because he's not great in the air. I don't think he's even that great one-on-one. He leaves us exposed a lot of the times. He's very piss poor in the air, guys. You know, actually, he is quite bad in the air, and that is a bad trait to have as a centre-back. Maguire's great in the air. When Maguire's up there clearing the ball away, physically battling opposition strikers, you know, he's got good strength about him. He's got good muscle. He reads it very well, and he does generally very good defensive headers and stuff like that, and just you know, out-muscling people. Lindelof, on the other hand, nah, he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that. So to me, he shouldn't really be playing for us anymore. I'm just going to say that. I don't want to be a hater, but I really just don't like him at the football club. I think Victor Lindelof should be sold now. If we could sell him to any of the European clubs, like let's just say Jose Mourinho wants him over at Roma, I think we should sell him, because we look at all the centre-backs we've got in the club. We don't need them all. So we have Varane now coming. We have Maguire. Those are going to be our first choice, first team players, right? That's the duo. That's the Rio and the Vidic. Now we need our John O'Shea, Wes Brown, these guys. Well, okay, well, that role is then filled by Tuanzebe. It's filled by Bailly. Bailly's a perfect backup because he's never bloody fit. So when he is fit, you can put him in there and he's going to do a good job for you, because he's like a Ledley King type player. He's just not that fit all the time, but when he is fit, he's good. So he's sort of like the perfect backup. And then you've also got Tuanzebe. You've got some youngsters like Mengi coming through. Like, we don't need Phil Jones. We don't really need Victor Lindelof, in my opinion. It's just going to hold back the progression of some of the other younger talents we've got in our team, when we do have enough depth there already with Bailly and Tuanzebe to deputise for Maguire and Varane. So I would say bye-bye Victor Lindelof, you know. In fact, I'm going to ask you another poll right here, guys. Another question in the poll right here. Hey, Gungshi with another super chat. Gungshi, sorry I missed your reply. The live chat's going mad, but I really hope you're all right. He says, all hail Ollie, our goblin man of Norway. Guys, let's get a Norway flag in the live chat and a hashtag Ollie in, and a hashtag Ollie doing bits in the live chat, because this is unbelievable stuff. Thank you so much, Gungshi, for that, mate. Right, so the poll, I'm ending the poll there, guys. Did I already end the poll? I must have done. I must have ended the poll. Right, I'm going to ask you another question then, guys. Sell Victor Lindelof. It's as simple as that. I'm going to ask you, sell Victor Lindelof, yes or no? I want to know from the community. I say yes, sell him. Sell him. He's not going to get much game time. Yes, okay, if we're playing a 3 at the back system, he might be handy to have. Yes, okay, if we have a couple of injured in that position, he's going to be handy to have. One thing I've always said about Victor Lindelof, and you might say this is ridiculous, I think he'd be a better central defensive midfielder than he would be a centre-back. Because, no, honestly, I really do believe that, because I don't think he's great in the air. I don't think he's great physically battling people like that in terms of, like aerial stuff. But I think he's got a great football brain. I think he's got great vision. I think he can pass really, really fantastically well. Lots of lovely long balls over the top in behind defences. I've seen many a time this season. Got no real problem with his distribution at all. Very good at that. Good on the ball. Just kind of awful at defending. So if you take the importance of that defending out, he's still got to defend in that position, but if you take that importance out of it, maybe he would be better. But I know we're not going to end up playing Victor Lindelof there. I'm just simply saying I don't really rate him as a centre-back, because centre-backs have to defend. Sell or release Jones and keep Lindelof, says Simon Carey. That's a fair point. Jones is worse. I said no, says Sir Greenwood. Keep, says Shazan Ahmed. Fair play. I mean, it's quite mixed here. So sell Victor Lindelof at the moment. 57% say yes. 43% say no. Yeah, I mean, I can understand wanting to keep him. He's a decent player. He had quite a few good performances for United this season, but also let us down a whole bunch of times. Too inconsistent, too error-prone. I mean, look at that Europa League final. That's all down to bloody Victor Lindelof, why Moreno scored that goal, by the way. The ball's come in. I mean, it was shocking bit of defending for their goal. I'll never forgive him for that. It's terrible. Terrible. Just let his man go. Fucking awful piece of defending, man. And that's what you get from Victor Lindelof, unfortunately. But, good for Sweden in the Euros, wasn't he? Varane, Maguire, Lindelof, Tuanzebe and Bailly, says Star-Lord. Dizzy Red Devil says Jones is done. Be gone with him. It seems like he might be leaving on a free transfer soon. Like I said earlier, there was a report to say that maybe he would be allowed to leave on a free this summer. Yeah, thank you very much there, Sir Greenwood. He says, Mr. P, Josie is the best. Why? Because he helped us to find all the fake Man United fans, says Sir Greenwood. Yeah, there you go, man. I mean, we've definitely had a roller coaster over 7 or 8 years as a fan base. That's for sure. I mean, we were spoiled up until that period. I was born in 87. I can remember United from 92 on, really. I can't remember anything before that. But I can remember, trading the old stickers, Steve Brucey Pallister and the league trophy, and I can remember all of that, but I cannot remember anything before then. So all I've known in my life from that age to 2013 was Fergie basically winning most of the Premier Leagues and most trophies. Can't win them all, 50% of the time he didn't win. That's true, 50% of the time he didn't win the Prem, but to win it 50% of the time over 26 years or whatever is unbelievably good. So we just had a period of time where we were the best team because of Alex Ferguson. So yeah, we've been spoiled and it's been a very tough period, but it does seem like we're getting back to where we should be gradually. We've got a good man in charge who knows the football club, who respects the ethics of the football club, is going to safeguard the football club as well. Like, Solskjær was disgusted about this whole Glazers European Super League debacle, just as much as any other United guy. Of course he was. And that's the sort of person I want in charge of our club, not somebody who would just be like, yeah, fuck it, who cares? No, I don't care. He actually loves the club. He has an affinity for the club. And he knows the club. He knows how we should be developing our own talents. What's amazing about the last couple of seasons under Solskjær is the youth recruitment has been amazing. Like, you look at, and just the youth development has been amazing. Like, we could have another class of 92 on our hands here with this current crop of youngsters that are not even in the first team yet. People like Ilanga, people like Hannibal, Mengi, people like Greenwood obviously in the first team, but so many youngsters we've got at the club with a lot of potential that we could in a few years have just amazing players without even signing anybody. I truly believe we've got some bangers on our hands. Ilanga's a banger. Honestly, he's got a great future, and we've got a lot of really good young players like that are going to do some great things. And since Solskjaer's been here, we've really put a focus on signing youngsters from around European teams. I mean, that's one thing we haven't reported much on this channel, but, we've signed a lot of 15, 16, 14-year-olds recently over the last few windows. A lot of them from top teams, getting really good young talents in the hope that one day they prosper and develop into really great players. That's great thinking. It's great planning by Solskjær and the board and our team there. That is a different mentality to what we were doing under Jose and Louis and these guys. It's a different mentality. We're thinking for the future. They haven't spent as much money on big names like a Jose type signing up until now, really, if you ask me. They've sort of scrimped and saved and got deals done. Okay, the Maguire deal was obviously ridiculous. Wan-Bissaka's 50 million for a 20-year-old right back at the time. Pretty bold move as well, I suppose. But that's turned out to be ridiculously cheap. Ollie's another Lampard's as biggest Burnley fan. He's definitely not another Lampard. I mean, he's already completely bested Fat Frank Lampard in every single way. Do you not remember the record he had against Fat Frank Lampard at Chelsea? I think he won 4 out of 5 against Fat Frank Lampard while he was manager there. He just battered him up in every single game. And then also, how's about the fact that Lampard got sacked after a period? Solskjaer's still here, finished second in the league with a team that probably should have finished 4th. Solskjaer's the GOAT! Let's get some GOAT emojis in there for Ole Gunnar Solskjær. Come on, Ole Gunnar! He's the Norwegian GOAT! Yeah, there you go, Kayam. Lampard spent 200 plus million and got sacked. Yeah, but it wasn't just, that's it. He was also just doing a pretty bad job, wasn't he? That's the problem. I mean, he wasn't even playing Kante, was he? I'm pretty sure he was playing Kovacic instead of Kante at the start of the season. Maybe Kante was injured, actually. Maybe. Eliam Gonzalez Vija says, what a bargain, aye, sir. Hey there, Talk MU. He says, here we go. Rivals start praying the Kings are back, baby. GGM fucking you. Get in there, Talk MU, mate. Legend you are. And yeah, that's it. The rivals better be quaking in their boots, man. Nathan Gallagher, oh, get in then. That is a great pull, lad. Get in. What a bargain, says Eliam Gonzalez. Well, it's reported about 45 to 50 million euros at this moment in time. If it is that figure, it's a bargain all day long. We got a Camavinga Fabrizio Romano update. Thank you very, very much here for the... Here we go. Ooh. What, mate? Hang on a second. I don't think I can take this anymore. Well, hold on a sec. Guys. No, this is just too much of a cryptic. This doesn't mean that much, right? He just said, Camavinga next? Question mark. I'll update you about... Oh, no, sorry. Right. Is this somebody who asked him a question? And he says, I'll update you about it. Okay, sorry. I thought that Fabrizio Romano had literally tweeted out, Camavinga next. I'll update you about it. But I think somebody's asked him Camavinga next, and he's replied, I'll update you about it. So, you know, there could be an update about Camavinga to United, or it could just be a general update about Camavinga. But you know what? That sounds promising at least. I thought it said Camavinga next. I'll update you about it from Fabrizio. But hey, look, I wouldn't be surprised now. You know, that's an easy deal to get done in comparison. Camavinga's a Stade Rennes player. They're not Real Madrid. This guy isn't Varane. He's not wanting the same terms that Varane's wanting. He's not wanting, you know, we're not. It's easy to sign Camavinga if we want. The only hurdle would be if other teams want to sign him, and if they're offering better deals, and if he wants to go and play for those other teams instead of United. That's the only thing that could stop us from signing him. Right, okay then, guys. Yeah, very, very buzzed up about this. Let me just give you the breakdown very quickly of a couple of other bits of transfer news before we get back into the live chat for a bit. But let me just tell you that Manchester United are preparing to let Phil Jones leave on a free. This is the latest report that we have. We also have some information here to say that Amad Diallo's involvement at the start of the season complicated by his involvement at the Olympics. Solskjær does not want to limit his options. Leeds United and Brighton are among the clubs interested in Daniel James. Diallo's been playing very well at the Olympics, and Daniel James obviously is a player that is at the club that's kind of surplus to requirements, really. You know, he's he's obviously been competing in the Olympics this summer as well, Daniel James. He won the gold in the synchronized diving, didn't he? I'm just joking. It does look a bit like Tom Daley, though, just putting it out there. But anyway, Amad Diallo's involvement at the start of the season complicated by his involvement at the Olympics. But we don't want to hinder his development. And we paid 40 million for that guy. I can't see us letting him go out on loan. We just paid 40 million for the kid. It's Daniel James' son who's going to have to be the one who goes to Leeds, you know, or goes somewhere on loan, or, you know, has a season away. He's not going to get much game time at United. Think about this, guys. Because we've signed Sancho, United have depth galore up top there. We have Jadon Sancho on the right, you got Martial on the left, Rashford on the left, you got Greenwood, who can play anywhere, basically. You got Cavani up there. Any combination of any of those players is very, very good, and it means that Daniel James is only really going to be used as a limited backup substitute to come on and be a headless chicken in a couple of games here and there. I can't see him being hugely involved in the squad anymore, with Martial now, you know, definitely way ahead of him in the pecking order, and he's even pretty much a backup. So in my eyes, yeah, it would just hurt people like Diallo if you allowed James to stick around. James should be sold, guys. What do you think? Smash a sell or keep for Daniel James in the live chat. Sell or keep. Have a vote. Let me know what you think. Just type it in the live chat. Sell or keep. For me, I would sell him all day because he's good, he's decent, he's young, he's got potential, but he's a headless chicken, man. You know, he literally is the definition of somebody who just has no vision, no final product whatsoever, really. Okay, occasionally gets lucky with the ball in. But, you know, he's just not got that intelligence or that vision or that ability to create and make a lot of things happen. Not for United anyway. I've watched a lot of games for Daniel James over the last couple of seasons, and I've seen glimpses and moments. When he first came at United, he looked really good, and he was our best player for the first couple of months of the season. But you know what? Since then, it's been a bit of a downhill shit show. So I'm really not bothered if we sell him whatsoever. I'd be quite happy to see him go because he's not going to get game time. And, you know, it maybe frees up a bit of money elsewhere, frees us up to be able to sign other players. Savulon with those little piggy emojis. What's going on? Sir Greenman says, Mr. P, you should make a poll. Should Hendo stay or go? I'll say stay. He's a brilliant wonder kid like De Gea. Make us De Gea Jr. Yeah, that's a very good point, actually. Henderson and De Gea, we don't know. We haven't heard anything more about that right now in terms of if there's a plan to get rid of one of those. Problem with De Gea, he's on a huge amount of money, 350k a week. Nobody really wants to pay that if you're a new club signing him. So, we'll see what happens there. Henderson might be... I don't know. We've got 2 number 1s at United right now. We don't know what's going on. We haven't heard anything, but we do know that United are open to sending a couple of players to try and generate some cash if we are to sign another midfielder. I do have a TikTok account, Nathan Gallagher, but I've only got 1 TikTok on there. I've never uploaded really anything on there, but it's Flying Pig United. You can search it, Flying Pig United. And yes, so basically it's a here we go situation, guys. In case you didn't know, he's coming to United. He's going to be a United player. Fabrizio Romano commented today with a tweet and just said, Raphael Varane to Manchester United. Here we go. Agreement almost done between United and Real Madrid. Just final details to be completed, and then the paperwork is done, and it's a matter of hours or days. Here we go. So I don't know what more to tell you than that, really, but it seems like Raphael Varane is on his way, and he's going to be a United player in the next few days, if not hours, guys. So we will give you all the latest as it happens on this channel. For now, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stick around and get in a Q&A now, so get involved. But for now, please do smash that like button on the video. I think we're nearly at 200 likes. Hit the thumbs up on it. If you're new, hit that subscribe. We'll be back on here tonight as well, or if anything breaks, if we have any more information, if Raphael Varane is, on his way, if he's coming for a medical, if he's flown in on a jet, whatever it may be, we will bring you the latest legit stuff as it happens. So make sure you do subscribe and make sure you click that little bell icon. That way you'll get notified when we post and go live as well. Time for the Q&A then, lads and lasses. Let's get stuck in. I'm sure you're all as buzzing as I am, so let's hear from you. We need a defensive midfielder, says Alex Saul. 100%, sir. You'll drop you a follow. Thank you, Nathan Gallagher. Cheers, man. I appreciate you. Sel Jones says Ebino Doom. Hell yeah. Couldn't give him away. That's the problem with him, man. You couldn't give him away. He's like an old toilet. He's like a stained toilet. Somebody might need a toilet, but if you put a stained toilet outside your house, nobody's coming to take that toilet. Whereas you put an old, nice wicker, conservatory set out there, somebody's probably going to take it for free. Nice. Not an old toilet. He's like an old toilet, this guy. He's a shithouse. No, nobody wants him because he's on too much money, and he's not even really shown that much for United over the last couple of years. Funny to think, actually, that Phil Jones, just a short while ago, was in the England setup, doing pretty decent things. I mean, I remember him playing in the... in the 3rd place, 4th place playoff game after we lost the semis in the World Cup in 2018. I remember him playing in that 3rd place, 4th place chaos game. You know why I know? You know why I remember him playing? Because he made an error when we conceded a goal because of him. He's literally shite. Anyway, Michael Jones says Lingard needs to leave, says Michael Jones. Ollie's been there 3 years and can't even win the Europa, says biggest Burnley fan. Sean Dyche's been at Burnley for many years, and guess what? He hasn't won jack shit, biggest Burnley fan, mate. You might be a biggest Burnley fan, but you know what? You're also the biggest, most deluded mount I've ever seen, mate. And that's coming from Sean Dyche. So, keep it to yourself, mate. You know why? Burnley don't win jack shit. Talker Muse says a defensive midfielder is next. Ollie has identified where we went wrong last season and is putting it right. He deserves more respect from our fan base and from rivals. Oh, what a great comment. What a fantastic comment. I cannot agree any more than that. Thank you, Rushmano. He says, great show, guys. Yeah, brilliant show today, guys. Thank you, everybody who's been getting in here. We will bring in the latest as it happens. Blue Wolf, Blue Vipers Daddy, hello. He's a champion of Norway. Cardiff was just a slip up and Europa a setback, mate. Ollie is great. Yeah, champion of Norway. And do you know what? People slag him off about that Cardiff situation. Some of the greatest managers have had setbacks. Some of the greatest managers have had big defeats in their career. They've been relegated. They've lost major finals. They've been sacked. And they've come back from adversity. This is how coaches learn as well. Yeah, you can learn and be a complete success in a freakish way like a Jose Mourinho or a Sir Alex Ferguson earlier on in their careers. But most people, it's hard for them to do that. You have to gain experience, and sometimes gaining experience means losing, means being defeated, means failing. And that's how you get experience. In fact, they do say you learn a lot more from losing than you do from winning. And I think that's true. I think you do learn a lot more in all walks of life from losing than you do winning. So he's tasted a little bit of that bitterness, and he doesn't like it, my friends. He's come to United and he's the right fit for United. Maybe he just wasn't the right fit for Cardiff. Cardiff's a small club, no disrespect. The Bluebirds, I mean, he really gives a shine. Whereas it's just an opportunity for Solskjær to apply his training, get some experience, if you ask me. United, on the other hand, that's his dream job. That's his job that he did, a club that he loves, that he used to play for, that he's won Champions League with, and many Premier Leagues with. This is a guy that was an epic, iconic player for the club. So this is his dream job. He knows what it means. And it's a different fit. It's different because he learned from the very best at United. Under Sir Alex, of course, he knows what this club's all about. He's also got people like Sir Alex still there, still helping him out in the background. And that is very, very invaluable. It's a totally different vibe to him managing Cardiff. Plus, he just knows all the inner workings of Manchester United and how this club operates. So, just makes perfect sense that he would be one of the best candidates for the job. You know, United could sack him and go and get a big-name manager, you know, somebody that's doing well at the time. But if they don't have that affinity or understanding with the club, it's just going to be another short-term melt like Louis or David Moyes or Jose. Lindelof to stay, says Irfan Ibrahim. Oh, well, actually, let me end that poll there because it's basically 50-50, guys. And I'm very, very, well, not surprised, actually. But, yeah, it looks literally polarised the fan base there. I'm on the camp of, yes, Victor Lindelof should be sold if we could sell him. A lot of people saying, no, he shouldn't be. I just think we've got too many centre-backs. But I would admit this. I'd be more than happy to see Phil Jones go and Lindelof stay. I'd be more than happy to see that. Right, okay, guys. I'm going to wrap this video up there then. Going down, says Paul Ramsey. Biggest Burnley fan heading to League One. Guys, I'm going to wrap this video up there. Thank you very much for getting involved. I'll bring you the latest. I might be back on in a couple of hours. You know, let's see what's going on. If there's any more big breaking news, you know, like we've got a full-on agreement in place and it's all done and dusty, on his way on a jet, I will let you know. So make sure you subscribe and click the notification. I'm not reading your comment there, biggest Burnley fan. SAFC for life says Lindelof to Sunderland. Leo Santos says Atletico Club. Yes. Griffo Chan says we're competing with Man City, who has Diaz, Stones, Laporte, and Ake. Liverpool have Van Dijk, Kanate, Gomez, and Matip. Lindelof had to stay as a backup. Yeah, but does he though? We've still got great backups. You just said those players, but we've still got Twantibi, Bailly, Mengi, and also Phil Jones. Okay, I see your point. No, well, that's it. I wouldn't be bothered as long as one of the other guys goes. I think it's important to not have too many players there. Right, I'll see you in a bit there. Thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. That is going to be the end of the stream. Hit the like before you go. Hit the subscribe before you go. Follow us on social media at Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Flying Pig United. Go and give us a follow. You can follow the website for the latest Man United news at unitedflyinghigh.com as well. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you later. Keep a lookout because there probably will be some news tonight. I've got a little feeling in the piggy loins. So thanks for tuning in, guys. That'll be it from me. Time for the members list. Thanks to all the channel members and everybody else who's watched this stream. Thank you to all the moderators for moderating it as well. And I'll catch you on the next one. This is the Pig. Take it easy. And come on, Raphael Varane. United doing bits. Finally, it seems like they're actually going to give us what we want this summer. Let's be having you. Where are you? I'll give you the latest as it happens, guys. Have a great afternoon. This is the Pig. Take it easy. Bye.